Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Monomyth Diaries, a podcast where ordinary people get to share their hero's journey. I'm Mandi.
And I'm Karen, and we'll be your hosts.
We'll discover powerful insights, critical moments of growth, and much more.
Thanks for joining us. We all have a monomyth to share, and someone out there needs to hear it. Welcome back to the Monomyth Diaries Shorts, where it's a take what you like and leave the rest podcast.
We want to personally thank Melinda for writing into the show. For those of you who haven't listened to my monomyth yet, I highly recommend going back and listening to it. I actually talk about Melinda in one of my episodes. She is my very best friend in the whole wide world. I practically grew up in her house. And one of the things that I loved about going to her house was it was just a very safe place. We still talk almost every day. Almost every day, unless one of us are on vacation.
So Melinda has posed us the following question. I really appreciate how your guests are incredible individuals who openly share their journeys and life lessons. If you had the chance to sit next to any celebrity on a 3-hour flight and dive into their personal monomyth, who would you choose?
This is such a fabulous question. Karen, first I want to ask you, when you sit next to strangers on planes, do you actually talk to them?
I do.
Okay. I like to talk to people on planes. My husband will put his headphones in so that everybody knows he doesn't want to talk to them.
That's my family too.
So I really had to give this one a lot of thought about who I would want to sit next to. And I finally decided I want to sit next to Chelsea Handler.
Oh, do tell why.
So Chelsea Handler, one, she's a comedian. And I think sitting next to a comedian on a plane would make the time go by really fast, right? Because sitting on a plane sometimes you're like, oh, I just want this flight to end, right? But also I think she has a fascinating story. In the last, 3, 4, 5 years, she's really spent some time talking about how she has been through a lot of therapy and is rediscovering why she behaves in the way in which she does. And she talks a lot about her transformation and how much she's grown through that therapy and how she's a different person now on the other side. She says she's more compassionate. She really wants women to support each other. She talks a lot about how in the beginning of her career, women were the ones trying to knock her down. And she doesn't want people to be like that. She wants women to really support and hold each other up. She wishes women would have more confidence. And I love that she's so open and vulnerable and using her celebrity as a platform to talk about changing and being different and growing. I think she's fabulous. I think she would be a great person to sit next to.
I could see that. I could see you be really engrossed in her story.
Oh, yeah, I would love it. I love, you know me, I love listening to people's story. What about you?
Okay, for me, I have to say Michelle Yeoh. For me, it was very personal because growing up as a kid, you didn't really see a lot of Asian representation in Hollywood. And my parents used to take me to the cinema and want me to watch Hong Kong movies. And I was introduced to her in a Jackie Chan movie called Super Cop. So I grew up watching Jackie Chan movies. But then all of a sudden, there's one of his films, and there's a woman who fights like him, is as tough as him, and looks really cool doing all this stuff. And then you find out later, like she did her own stunts. Like that was her. That's her jumping a motorcycle on a moving train. I definitely remembered like when she was in Tomorrow Never Dies. She was a Bond girl opposite Pierce Brosnan, and again riding motorcycles and doing amazing stuff. And then she was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. You see her wielding swords and incredible martial arts. It's her era. She's the top of her game. She won an Oscar. She's in Wicked. She was in Crazy Rich Asians. And I heard her interview where she shared she actually didn't start out wanting to be an actor or performer. She wanted to be a dancer. She was studying ballet. And when she was young, she suffered a career-ending injury and somehow got into acting. How do you go from a dance-ending injury to doing stunts?
Yeah, especially because I'm sure that was devastating that she couldn't be a ballerina. I would love to know that story too.
Yeah.
How did she get from having this
injury in ballet,
right, and devastation, and picking herself up and being as famous and successful as she is?
Yes, and not being scared to do the stunts that you see her do.
Yeah, I bet she has an absolutely incredible story.
I need to know more about her story. Yeah, and it was something like as a child, my understanding was like as a young child, this is what she dreamed of, but then her path completely diverged. So number one, like to be able to go through that, but then number two, to be that bold and fearless to do the feats you see on screen. And and you ended a ballet career with injury, but you can do this. I need to know her secret. I want to know what was it that kept her going on.
I love that we both picked super confident women. To our listeners, we're very curious about who you would sit next to. Feel free to drop your answers in the comments, email us, drop it in social media, wherever you're listening.
And Melinda, we also want to know, who would you want to sit next to for 3 hours?
Thank you for joining us on the Monomyth Diaries. If this episode resonates with you or someone you know, we'd love for you to share it and spread the inspiration.
Don't forget to follow us wherever you get your podcasts or on YouTube to stay connected.
We'd appreciate it if you could take a moment and rate and review the podcast. It helps us reach more people with stories of transformation and growth.
You can visit us at monomythdiaries.com or text us directly from the show notes to reach out and keep the conversations going.
Until next time, heroes, let's journey together through our monomyths.